Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, depending on where you are watching us from. In a particular video, I think by Ifeanyi Oba, and some other videos of sit-at-home compliance, I managed to see Nnewi roads, and I was like, what is happening here? In Anambra today, it's like Nnewi has the worst road. Check out that bank road, for example. And this is one of the areas in Anambra with the most commercial activity. You mentioned Onitsha, you mentioned Obosi and the rest of them. Nnewi is among the number one. So I can't understand. I heard Soludo is working. I don't know where he's working. You know, there are roads that should be given utmost attention. I don't say you shouldn't fix other places, but there are areas that are you need to fix them, because this is where the state rakes in internally generated revenue more. Onitsha roads must not be bad. Obosi, there are many parts of Anambra that, this should be topmost priority. You have to fix every road. That is very important. But there are places that are major areas that you must start with. And I'm so happy Ike Doji, a representative of that area, has raised an alarm in the house, Anambra House, and I would like you to see that. And this is what representatives are meant for. You are elected to do that. You're not elected to just go and be chopping money.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, ordinarily, we are not even supposed to be reminding the government of the need to fix their investment. Because when you talk about Anambra State, you talk about commerce. And whenever you talk about commerce, you talk about Nnewi and maybe one other town, and they have their representatives. That is why you're representing your people. And that is why I'm here with few seats, because we need more seats, but that's not what I'm talking about. So, Mr. Speaker, the Nnewi Road is in a very pitiable state. And why I call it Anambra State investment is that we are all aware that the governor is going around now encouraging Anambrarians to come back home and invest. And once you talk about investing in Anambra State, the person immediately thinks of Nnewi as the safest first point of call. So the people we are attracting to invest in this town, the first thing they will look at is what is the degree of government presence there. And the immediate government presence we must look at is the infrastructure. And when we talk about infrastructure, is the road infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, I believe that the need to fix this road is to encourage investors, not just to come to Nnewi, but to come to Anambra State. Because making this road, especially that bank road, very motorable, is not supposed to be a case where we come and make promises. The government will make promises in other places. But when we come to where you have your investment, it is time for Anambra State to start reconsidering on how to immediately invest in Nnewi. Because when you do such investments, we build revenues for the state. Because the only way the revenue can grow in this state is to invest in those key places, and one of them is the roads in Nnewi. Because when you make this road very passable, we are not asking for the road to be widened. We are not asking for a flyover. We are simply asking that the existing road be reconstructed to facilitate trade, that will enable us to be able to participate. The people in my constituency are very ready to support the government of Anambra State, and the only way they can do it more and eagerly is that when they look at their roads, that their containers, they are what we call container, 40 feet, 20 feet, can easily come in and offload and easily move out. They will be ready to pay any amount to the Anambra State government. But what they are begging is that Anambra State government must immediately come and intervene to construct this road so that our people will at least enjoy the dividend of democracy to its fullest. since they are one of the key players in Anambra State economy. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Yeah, so I used to see in the news, Soludo is constructing roads after roads. I don't know whether these roads are inside the farm. I will commend the governor for what he's doing. But then, every road is important. Road construction is very important. But there are, the existing roads should also be fixed, not just in the Nnewi. You have to consider certain things too, so that you make this one a topmost priority. Understanding that in Anambra, Nnewi, and other places on Nisha, and there are certain other places that you don't have to waste time concerning the road infrastructure there, because these are places the state makes more money from. Yeah. And when we talk about Nnewi, Nnewi is not, that's the Nkwo market there. It's not only, business is not only done there by Nnewi people. Yes. The whole of Anambra does business there. And just like he said, the representative in the house, as a house, State House of Assembly, you are calling investors to come home. Investors consider certain things. They will not just come home to, they want things to be easier. Yes, they want you to, you have work to do. When people do investments, they also consider these things. When they are looking at where to invest, they consider the road infrastructure and the rest of them. So we are using this to implore or plead with the governor. We are seeing your works, yes, and we hope you do more and consider what has been said quickly as possible. Attention must be given to these places. These are areas where you find so much containers offloading and living. You see so much business activities happening there. Certainly, the roads will be due to the business, the volume of business coming into that place. Occasionally, those roads need maintenance because they are often, mostly plied roads in Anambra. There will be, there'll be some defects and that needs to be fixed. Thanks for watching. Please share this video widely. The people in authority need to see this video.